Done checking out all the flea markets and thrift stores, everyone. Got my errands done, so I'm headed back downtown Birmingham. Thought I'd have anybody on here who was interested join me. My name's Hannibal the ColLector. If you guys like movies, collecting movie content, follow me. I post on all the streaming services, but playing with this stuff is live. TikTok, of course, doesn't like the way I do my live, so I'm over here trying out YouTube. We're headed back downtown to downtown Birmingham, Alabama. It's an extremely hot day today. Right now we're on the outskirts, Homewood, Alabama it's called. Probably about another 3 minutes and we'll be in the city, near UAB to start with. University of Alabama, Birmingham, UAB Blazers. But whatever you guys post and type, I'll check later. So feel free to let me know where you're watching this video from. What your favorite movie is always great too. Let's give you guys a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Now you'll be able to see the skyline. And that's the city of Birmingham, Alabama right there. I think we're currently at 93 homicides for the year. We are set to break the record. I think it's time to get some new brakes for the old beater. We'll turn the AC on so you'll hear a hum of AC. School will be starting pretty soon for UAB as well, so we're in that little sweet pattern of, you got some people coming in for orientation and probably some teachers coming in a little bit early, but we haven't got that full-on everyone's back to school rush and downtown crowd. This is not bad. I don't mind it, but you know, the crosswalks of nothing but students crossing in between classes. And there's Dash Mart. I believe that's DoorDash's like little mini mart thing that they have their kind of GoPuff style stuff coming out of. It's a nice clear sky today, though, I tell you that. It has a nice shade of blue. Straight out there. Alright, now we're coming up on the college. The college is a lot like NYU or places like that where the college is part of the city. So you won't see any walls or anything separating the college. I'll show you guys over here. That's the main cut there, but I prefer to go this way. One of our smaller hospitals over here. Got a lot of little churches. Got the UAB Medicine, UAB Hospital and Highlands Emergency right there. On my left, you can't see it, but that's St. Andrew's. It's a really nice looking old church. Old stone, red doors. We'll be driving right through what's called 5 Points South. That's kind of the little area where you can still have open containers and things like that. It's starting to build back up. We lost a lot during COVID. We lost the Waffle House, of all things, after COVID over there. We do have the original House of Pancakes, though. Iku, Japanese sushi stuff. We have Surin West, really good Thai food. Jim and Nick's, one of their barbecue locations. Got a few pizza places, some newer ones that opened up. Little Italy's Pies and Pints is a nice little like dive bar and grill with pizza and live music. I think we just got a new like smoothie spot over there. The Apothecary's over there, nice little like Golden Temple vegan joints over there. Nice Indian place. So we'll be coming through that. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see on here, but we will be going through that area. This is one of my favorite Circle K's. If you watch any of my content, sometimes you'll see me checking out stuff at a Circle K, and most of the time it's that one. It's just a nice bunch of folks. That Circle K right there. One thing guaranteed downtown Birmingham, you know, you're going to get caught by every light. Which, as long as it's not rush hour, I'm fine with it, you know. I like just going with the flow. I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere most of the time. can't see it, but over on my left is one of the halls. It's not the freshman halls, but it's one of the student dorms, Rast Hall, student housing. Got some cool stuff over here too. Got this thing called the Solar House coming up. You should be able to see that. It's that little house there on your right. It's called the Solar House. Little student project. I'm gonna twitch you guys a little bit now so you can see more to the side. Medical towers here, you know, downtown Birmingham, UAB. They turn out some of the best doctors. Parking enforcement in 3, 2, 1. Oh. Yeah, a lot of these places went under after COVID, so there's a lot of empty slots that still need to be filled. Like I mentioned earlier, crime's up down here. Violent crime's up. Hopefully that turns around. This is one of the big spots downtown where everyone goes to eat. All those restaurants I mentioned are right here. On the right, that's Birmingham Festival Theater. It's a really small theater, but it's a really nice little black box theater. Golden Temple on the right there. Iku, really nice group of folks there. Not the fastest though, but good food. Got an Insomnia cookies. Cern's on my left there. And this is what's known as 5 Point South. It's always had that cool fountain. It doesn't really seem to run anymore, but there's a cool fountain. As I make this turn, you'll see it's a goat-headed storyteller. It's called the Storyteller, and it has all these animals gather around a goat-headed body reading them a story. How in the Bible Belt that one's up, I don't know, but it's one of the coolest sights that I love here. It's right outside the Highlands United Methodist Church with a big old dome. Across the way, you see Iron City Pizza. They recently moved over there. As I make this turn, you're going to see Black Market Grill, but Black Market Grill's not there anymore. They moved to an area called Avondale, which is about 13 minutes away. All right. And there's that Black Market Grill right there. Hospital, like every kind of things over here. Optical, dental, all new kinds of innovations. This street right here, this cross street, is University Boulevard. Next to the Hilton. For anyone that's come downtown before, if you look straight out there, you might be able to catch the Shipped building. Technically, the Shipped building is on the tallest building we have in Alabama, in Birmingham. They actually occupy 2 buildings now. I miss the old. Single's a little spotty. Single's a little spotty down here because of the skyscrapers. Hospitals, at least. We've got a nice little Publix down here, a little Publix supermarket, really good parking deck. Not too far from an area called Railroads Park, and that's a really beautiful park that they set up. People come here all the time. It's got a nice coffee shop. It's got Hero Donuts next to it, and it's just a place where everyone hangs out pretty much year-round. In the evenings, you see a lot of people with, like, you know, glow sticks and e-bikes with their lights on. It's kind of a fun sight. Police are on patrol there pretty regular, so it's a fairly safe area. You'll see a lot of van life vloggers and travel vloggers whenever they come into Birmingham. That's one of the spots they visit. If you're a big drinker, we got a lot of like beer pubs and stuff like that, like microbreweries and things that people like to go and frequent to. Good People Brewing is a pretty popular one. Got this giant Alexander Shannara sign. I don't know if you can see it, but Alexander Shannara is our big lawyer billboard thing, and that's him right there. Big old Alexander Shannara sign. Currently on the south side, where all the medical stuff is, and you know, where a lot of people hang out. Like right now, we're passing the Starbucks, Publix, the newly built Panda, Outback Steakhouse is right there. We just got that Outback Steakhouse a few months ago. We got a Cava, Milo's, Panda, all in this new. This is a new building. This thing was a big empty lot before COVID, and people said for years it was like that, and it was never built. But then during COVID, they just started like really ramping up. So they built this entire apartment complex and things. Pies and Pints, popular pizza place. You got an Orange Theory. City Bowls is fairly new. That package store just got put up. And that building there that says The Landing, that's the original Shipt building. Because the guy that owns Shipt, or owned Shipt, I don't know which way it is, owns The Landing as well, which is the, you know, kind of like Airbnb for business, if I understand correctly. Can't see it, but off to my left is some business incubators. Some very cool stuff came out of there. Also, my other car is an electric car, so I'm also happy that they have an EV charger over there. This is the Rotary Park here. On the left side would be Railroad Park. It runs the length of the railroad, and railroad runs all the way to the post office, main post office shipping hub. This is the dividing line here, so we're getting ready to be on north side. Cool thing about north side, because I have my little tiny e-bike, is they have a bike lane that runs all the way here. You'll see that green, so that's fun for me. The bad side is I usually use it to go to UPS. This is Morris Avenue on the right. You can't see it, but they have a little cobblestone walkway. But I used to jump on my e-bike and drop off things I sold on Whatnot at UPS, but now I got to go all the way to South Side. They just closed it down for some reason. I don't know what happened. Cafe DuPont on the right. Paramount's are really cool, like bar and grill kind of place. It has a bunch of video games. Look, people love going there. Zaza's a really cool place. Zaza's a fusion Italian joint. During the weekends and stuff, they'll block off part of this street and put table and chairs out, and they'll basically have service in the middle of the road. It's very cool. Forstall for all you artists out there. This is our local Forstall. We have 2 locations, and it's just really a really cool place to get, slightly overpriced, but really cool place to get your art supplies. Now we're by one of my favorite areas, which is the FedEx area and things like that do shipping. This area right here is within an e-bike drive of me, so. I love any excuse to jump on my little tiny e-bike. I'd love to have a bigger one. Any sponsors out there, I'll take you. But my little tiny one does well for me, where I just get to putt around up and down on this bike lane. Used to go see my dentist up here too, but she moved, so now I have to take the car. Property values on this side are going like through the roof because we have a thing called Uptown and Protective Stadium. So like everything's, all these little businesses are moving out and becoming like high-rise apartments now. That's Jimmy John's. not open as late as other places. This side of town is where all the banks and stuff were, whatever you want to call it. BBVA, when they got bought by PNC, kind of moved out. But so we've got Gus's Hot Dogs on my left. You can't see it. It's one of my favorite hot dog joints to get a hot dog. It's literally a little tiny hole in the wall built into a parking deck. They have some of the greatest hot dogs and the nicest people that can remember your order like that. But all the banks, the lawyers and stuff are on this side. City Hall's coming up over here as well. We're not going to go that far, but right across from this park that's in front of me is Alabama School of Fine Arts, the Museum of Art, Birmingham Civic Center, where all of our big concerts and stuff happen downtown. We also have the Boutwell, which is a lot of slightly large concerts happen, like Snoop used to come out here and stuff. A lot of food trucks here. Tomorrow we have a bunch of food trucks not far from where I live. That's the food truck day. They all line up by the park. That's always cool. Yeah, if you guys watch the BLM riots and things like that, this is the area that happened right here. These are all the places that the glass got knocked out and stuff, which I felt bad because all of this place, homeless people, this is where they kind of sleep at night and stuff. That was all happening on all the crowds, but this is actually where they slept and everything, so they couldn't do their use. Birmingham Public Library on the left. I love that library. It's been a minute since I've been in there, but really nice. Quite a few floors, air conditioned. I go in there to read graphic novels or get some graphic novels, comic books, things like that, because I'm really up the way. But I am going to go ahead and go in this now, guys. I don't know if anyone jumped on because I'm not looking at